Yo, what's up? So I want to talk about like creating something big that you sort of dreamed of doing, and you don't know how it's going to turn out, and you're overthinking it, and you're thinking you need to be perfect at something when you actually don't. So recently I put on a gig where I'd initially started out where I was going to play in one band, but then somehow over the course of looking for other bands, I got friends involved and we kind of created other bands. So by the time the show was about to play, we had four bands on the lineup, and I was playing in every single one of them. So I was a lead singer and the guitarist in every single one of those bands. Not only was I just doing that, but I was also setting up the gig. So we had an alien themed night, and we set up the PA, the lighting, everything. So it was a huge undertaking, huge day. But it was so exhilarating. It was one of the most exhilarating things that I think I've ever done, to push myself to the limits. And I was actually sick on this day as well. And I managed to just sort of, utilize every bit of strength that I had in me to just push through. I was high from this for days. And I haven't taken drugs in years, but I felt high. I felt so exhilarated. I had massive dopamine hit. And it was beautiful to collaborate with all my friends and to it was packed out. It was a full house, lots of people there. They loved it. And so I guess my point is that don't worry about the outcome. Whether the outcome is good or bad, it's really about just stretching your capacity to be able to do something adventurous. And in this case, I really exceeded what I thought it was going to be. Leading up to it, I got a little bit stressed because I was like, oh God, what have I done? What a huge undertaking. But at the same time, it was so exhilarating to get it done and to finish it. And when I was finished, I was like, wow, like I did that. And I did that by just not overthinking. I didn't overplan it. I didn't, I sort of just jumped in the deep end. And I think sometimes you got to do that with creativity or with just something that you know, you want to facilitate, some kind of event that you want to create, or an undertaking, whether you want to build a house or whether to do anything really, that's of your dreams, to just think it up and jump in the deep end. And it doesn't, and you get away with doing certain things at whatever level that you have. So if we didn't have lighting, it wouldn't have mattered. If we only had small amplifiers, it wouldn't have mattered. If we had to borrow guitars, it wouldn't have mattered. So you'll find a way, and you do what you can with what you have. And obviously then you can build onto that. So just going back another step, last year or the year before, we didn't have a PA system. We had like two guitars, and now we've got a PA system, and we've got our own guitar, like many guitars, and that's just an accumulation of time. That each time we do a gig, we collect more, and you build upon what you have. So if you've got a dream, if you've got a vision, just jot it down and just do it. Like I know that sounds maybe it sounds easier said than done, but it actually is easier to just say it and then do it. Your fear is your worst enemy. If you just jump in and do it, you'll get it done. So that's my motivational speech for today. Keep rocking, keep rolling. I'll see you tomorrow. Wow.